Ah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Monday Show. My name's Nice Peter, and I'm glad that you're here. I got a new car! It's an old car. It's a very old car. I got a new old car. It is a 1996 white convertible, and it's awesome. Now, 1996 is a long time ago. That's a long time ago for a machine. It still runs pretty well. I drove way out to the suburbs of Los Angeles, and I met this very nice older lady who sold me this car. I used to drive a white Subaru Impreza that you may have seen, you may have not seen, but you may have seen in the Best Spot in the Lot music video. We danced on it, and there's still a dent in the top. I sold the Subaru Impreza to a young man who was driving across the country because I wanted to buy something a little more modern. So I bought this white Honda Fit, which was like this just bubble of economy. It was a perfect car for not having any fun at all. And it got very good gas mileage, and it kind of went fast, but not really, and it bored me to tears. There is a span of time coming ahead of me where I'm going to be doing nothing but working and then going home and sleeping, which is what I plan to do. I want that little drive, that little mile and a half that I have to drive from work to home, to be a very nice leisurely thing. So I decided to buy this convertible. It's also a Jaguar, which sounds fancier than it is. It wasn't very expensive. I actually got more money than, I actually saved a lot of money by getting this very old car. Needless to say, it's the coolest thing in my life right now, this convertible car. I feel very sporty, but not like dorky. If I've got a fancy car, I'd feel a little strange about it. It just doesn't suit me. I like that it's really old and white and kind of like driving a boat. It's like, takes the turns really wide. Can't make any U-turns or anything. Whereas the Honda Fit is like, you can turn around. This Jaguar convertible is not like that. It's been a very happy thing in my life. I wrote a little song about it and about the convertible and about driving and about the end of summertime, which I'll probably play for you at the end of today's show. But before that, it's time to have a little sip of coffee and talk to you about something that's on my mind. And that's a gentleman who recently passed away named Neil Armstrong. He was the first man on the moon. You may have read about the fact that he passed away. Neil Armstrong meant a lot to me because I did a lot of research about him. He was going to be Christopher Columbus's opponent instead of Captain Kirk. I thought Neil Armstrong versus Christopher Columbus would be kind of fitting, historical, etc. And during the course of that research, I found out that Neil Armstrong is like the coolest dude in the world, in the history of the world, and there's really nothing bad to say about him. I wanted to share something with you that I kind of found out through my reading, is that apparently Neil Armstrong was what we might say unflappable is a good word apparently to describe his demeanor. Neil Armstrong was like a test pilot in all these moon launch shuttles that had never been flown by anyone. So they were just like, hey, we don't know if this thing works, but will you fly it up in the sky and tell us if it does? And Neil Armstrong would say, yeah, sure, no problem, man. I'll check out your flying machine, see if it works. Needless to say, it was like the 1950s and the 1960s, and a lot of these machines didn't work. And they would come tumbling to the ground, and Neil Armstrong would just kind of see if he could get it to work, and if he couldn't, he'd bail out. And there's a video you can find on YouTube of him just jumping out. It's like he's like 200 yards above the ground, and this thing is spinning like crazy, and he just bails out. And apparently, the story I read, another astronaut heard that this had happened, freaked out, went up to him, Neil Armstrong, you okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm filling out some paperwork. Everything's cool. So Neil Armstrong is a great American hero and a great hero of the world, kind of. He was the first man on the moon. He did the one small step for a giant leap. That was what I really wanted to do, a rap battle. I wanted to make some sort of, that's one small verse for rap kind, but one giant diss for your face. Best wishes for Neil Armstrong's spirit, wherever you believe that spirits go after people die. I like to think that they exist in the memories of good people who remember them well. So Neil Armstrong, rest in peace. You were a great man with great footsteps. Without further ado, let me play you this song. We'll go into the other room and I'll show you around. I hope the battery doesn't die. I got one take to do this. Is the battery dying? No, I don't think so. It's still recording. Okay, so. Somebody asked if I can show you a tour of the studio, and yes, at some point I will, but I can't show you that room because that's where we keep the bears. We're kind of revamping the studio to make it a very nice rap battle place. So excuse me, I'm gonna move the records. So, here's a song I wrote about driving around a convertible and the end of summer, so I hope you like it. I can't play a song without having sunglasses on. Sorry, it's just a thing I do. Put the top down, baby, come on.
So the camera battery totally died, but that's okay because it gave me a chance to set up this microphone and shoot it on a telephone. So this is a song. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just put the top down, baby, come on, it's been a long day. I think you feel much better when you're rolling down the highway. Oh, we still got time, there's a little bit of that summer left. We're getting older, we're getting fatter, they're getting dumber. What does it matter? We still got time, there's a little bit of that summer left. Sleeping a little, but don't let the day fly by. Squeeze in the middle, we'll fit 5 if you don't mind touching your knees together. Whatever it takes to get home. Just put the top down, baby, it can't be all wrong. I got a cassette single of my favorite song. When it's finished, I'll hit rewind. There's a little bit of that summer left. Sleeping a little, but don't let the day fly by. Squeeze in the middle, we'll fit 5 if you don't mind touching your knees together. Whatever it takes to get home. Just put the top down, baby, come on, it's been a long day. See you next week.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!